We live in a time where people document everything, from breakfast plates to sunset selfies. Life is lived through the camera lens. But then there's the quiet few. No selfies, no face reveals, not even a profile picture. They scroll, but never post. They exist online, yet remain unseen. Have you ever wondered who they are? Why they choose to stay invisible in a world obsessed with visibility? Today we're diving into the hidden psychology of people who don't post their photos on social media and what it reveals about their mind, emotions, and their relationship with the digital world. Psychological threads. Number 1. Not everyone who stays silent online is shy. Some are simply observers. They find meaning in watching rather than sharing. They study trends, human behavior, and emotions through others' posts, like digital anthropologists. For them, social media is not a stage, it's a study. They're fascinated by how people construct identities, chase validation, and display happiness, often curated for approval. So they stand back, quietly decoding the patterns. While the world performs, they analyze the performance. Psychologists call this the observer personality. People who find satisfaction, not in being seen, but in understanding what they see. Number 2, need for privacy. There's something powerful about keeping parts of yourself private. In the digital age where everything is shared, privacy becomes a form of luxury. Those who don't post photos often value control. They decide what the world gets to see and what stays theirs. Psychologically, this is tied to autonomy. People who crave autonomy feel discomfort when their life becomes public property. They see their face as a doorway, a way for others to access them. And so, they keep that door closed. They're not hiding. They're protecting their personal peace. Their silence isn't emptiness. It's a boundary. Number 3, the fear of judgment. But not every reason is peaceful. For some, the decision not to post stems from fear. Fear of judgment, fear of comparison, fear of becoming a target of ridicule. Studies in social psychology show that people with higher social anxiety are less likely to post personal content. They tend to imagine an invisible audience constantly critiquing them. Every photo, every expression, every detail. And with every scroll, that fear grows. Because social media isn't just about connection anymore. It's about performance. And not everyone wants to perform. To them, invisibility feels safer than exposure. It's not weakness, it's self-preservation. Number 4, the authenticity paradox. Ironically, those who never post photos may have the strongest sense of identity. They don't need to prove who they are to anyone. They're less likely to measure their worth through likes or comments. Their sense of self comes from within, not from a digital reflection. This mindset creates what psychologists call self-concept stability. The idea that your identity remains steady even without external validation. So while others are chasing approval, these individuals find comfort in detachment. Their silence online is a quiet declaration. I exist even if you don't see me. Number 5, the minimalist of the digital world. There's also a growing group of digital minimalists, people who believe less sharing means more living. They're not antisocial. They just prefer real moments over digital applause. They want to experience life without the pause of, wait, let me take a picture. To them, not posting isn't about secrecy, it's about presence. They live for themselves, not for the feed. And in a culture addicted to exposure, that's an act of quiet rebellion. Number 6, the shadow of psychology. Sometimes, though, the reason runs deeper into the subconscious. Carl Jung spoke about the shadow self, the part of our psyche that hides what we don't want others to see. For some, refusing to post their face is a way to guard that shadow, to keep the most personal aspects of themselves untouched by the collective gaze. It's a form of control over identity, because once your face is online, it's no longer entirely yours. It becomes a data point, a brand, a persona. And for those who value authenticity, that idea feels unnatural. Number 7, the beauty of unseen. So what does it really mean to not post your photos? It might mean strength. It might mean fear. Or it might simply mean peace. In a world where attention is the new currency, choosing invisibility is an act of quiet power. Because being unseen doesn't mean being unimportant. Some of the most confident, intelligent, and emotionally grounded people don't need to prove they exist. They live, they feel, they grow privately. And maybe that's the lesson here. Sometimes the truest version of you doesn't need a filter, a caption, or an audience. It just needs space to exist in silence. So, next time you notice someone who never posts their face, don't assume they're hiding. Maybe they are simply free.
Subscribe for more psychology facts.